You've connected your review sites. Now let's build the piece that actually turns that into reviews, your feedback form. By the end of this video, you'll have a live form with a link you can send to customers, and you'll understand what every setting does along the way. Quick context first. A feedback form is the page a customer lands on that hands them off to leave a review. Think of it as the bridge between your customer and the review site. In this video, we'll create one from scratch, set it up, style it, and end with a working link. Two things you'll need before we start: an active Repuva account, and at least one connected review site. If you've done the connect your review site step, you're ready. One thing to keep in mind: the form lets you collect reviews. Collecting still happens through a channel you set up, like a campaign or a QR code. The form itself isn't sending anything automatically. It's the destination those channels point to. Before we build anything, look at this. The moment you connected your first review site, Repuva automatically created a default form and a default campaign for you, a ready-made blueprint, so you can start sending review requests right away. If all you want is for customers to land straight on the Google rating screen, this default form already does that. You're good to go. In this video, though, we'll leave the default exactly as it is and build a new form from scratch, so you can see how each option works, and set one up for your own use case. Let's create a new form. Before we touch any settings, let's name it well, because this is where things get messy fast, once you have a few forms. One simple rule: start with what it is, then the destination, then a differentiator that tells you how this form differs from your other forms for the same site. For this one, we'll call it Form Google Requests, a form pointing to Google that we'll use in our review request campaigns. One form gets reused across a lot of places, so the name should tell you what it's for at a glance. Skip generic names like Form 1 or Form 2, a month from now, they'll mean nothing. Now the Setup tab. First choice, Funnel type. This is simply how the customer rates before they get sent on. You've got 5 options: stars, rating, emojis, thumbs, and review sites. We'll go with stars here. Which one is actually right for your business is its own decision, and I've got a separate video that walks through it, so for now, we'll pick stars, and keep moving. Just below that, there's an optional setting that changes what happens when someone gives a low rating. When it's on, ratings below a threshold you set, say, 4 stars, get sent to a private feedback form instead of the public review site. So instead of a frustrated customer venting in public first, you hear from them directly, and get the chance to fix it. One important note: some platforms, including Google, don't allow filtering who you ask for a review based on their rating. So check each destination's guidelines before you rely on this. Now choose which of your connected sites this form should send customers to. We'll tick Google. Because you connected your sites correctly earlier, the destination is already set, so there's nothing you need to change here. If you ever want to point somewhere more specific, you can open Edit URL and update it, but that's optional. And if you enable more than one site, the same tick is all it takes for each one. Here's the one thing worth remembering from this whole video. When you connect a new review site later, say you add Facebook or Booking.com next month, it does not switch itself on inside forms you've already built. You have to come back to this exact screen and tick it. If you don't, this form will quietly keep skipping that site, and never send anyone there. So, new site connected, come back here, tick the box. Last thing on this tab, every form gets its own public link. Everything after review / is yours to customize. Keep it clean and simple, usually your business name, and the destination. We'll make ours, Wedge Bites Google. This is the link your customer actually sees, and sometimes types, so keep it short and stable. You can also connect your own custom domain, if you'd rather host it under your brand, but that's a separate topic for another video. On to the Content and Flow tab. This is what your customer actually sees. There are 3 screens here: the rating screen, the review site screen, and the thank you page. The default wording already works, so you're really just adjusting it to sound like you. One thing worth knowing about the review site screen: it's the screen where a customer picks which site to leave a review on, so it only shows up when you've enabled more than one site. Because our form is Google only, there's nothing to choose, and the customer gets sent straight to Google. If you'd enable 2 or 3 sites, they'd see the screen and pick. Also in this tab is the AI Review Assistant, and it's worth turning on, so let's do that and see what it does. Here's the idea. After a customer gives you a high rating, instead of dropping them at a blank review box, the assistant asks them a couple of quick questions about their visit, then drafts a review for them based on their answers. They can tweak it or just copy it and post. That removes the single biggest reason people abandon a review: staring at an empty box, not knowing what to write. Let me switch it on and show you. They tap 5 stars, answer a question or two, and a ready-made draft appears. They hit copy review and continue, and they're taken straight to Google to post it. With it off, they just rate and go straight through. We'll leave it on for this form, and there's a full video on getting the most out of it, linked at the end. Last tab, Appearance. This is where you make it look like your brand. Add your logo, pick a style, set your colors. Good enough to go live is the goal here. You can always refine it later, so don't get stuck perfecting it now. And that's a live form. This link right here is what you send to customers. Let's copy it, open it in a new tab, and see exactly what your customer sees, start to finish. They land on the rating screen, tap 5 stars, answer the couple of quick questions, and there's the AI drafted review. They hit copy review and continue, and because this is a single site form, they go straight to Google to post it. That's the whole journey, working. So what do you do with this form now? One form, many doors. Use it in a review request campaign, generate a QR code for your counter or table, share the link directly with the customer, or embed it on your website. And one last reminder, the important one. Anytime you connect or reconnect a review site, come back into this form setup tab and switch it on. That's the one habit that keeps every form doing its job. 2 good next steps from here. The first walks through choosing the right feedback funnel for your business, and I don't just mean the rating style. It's the whole path your customer takes. Even with the same 5-star rating, having the AI assistant on versus off creates a very different journey. The second goes deeper on the AI review assistant we just switched on, specifically, how to design the questions you ask, so your customers write better, more specific reviews. Both are linked on screen and in the description. That's your feedback form, live and ready to collect. Pick one of those next videos to keep building, and if this helped, subscribe, so the rest of the setup series is easy to find. See you in the next one.